I'd go with them too.
No. I think that's personally how to feel. Do you feel like you got some more snaps out there? How to feel being out there today?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great being able to play again against a team like that. This process has been pretty frustrating with getting my knee right and coming back and stuff like that. The past 3 games have kind of been a good feeling. Coming back feeling like I'm 100% again. There's no issues with my leg anymore, so it's good to get back in the rotation, get in the swing of things again, especially like a team like that.
Yeah, after you kind of go through everything to get to this point, like what was that process like for you? That was ongoing to get the knee back right.
It was extremely frustrating, to say the least. I think injuries like this is a good test. You kind of got to keep your mind. You got to stay positive and you got to find ways to stay involved. It's pretty easy to get hurt and just stay in the training room and forget about football for a little bit and just rehab your knee. But you can't do that. You got to stay in the game. You got to stay in the meetings. You know what I mean? So it was frustrating because how I wanted to be out there so bad. The injury happened so close to fall camp that I could just taste game day. But obviously with my leg I couldn't be there. And then just as games went on, not being able to play, more and more frustrating. But you got to stay focused on the main goal, and that's getting your health right so you can go out there and get out on the field.
How do you assess how the defense played today overall?
I think the defense played outstanding. I think we showed again that we can hang in with anyone in the country. I think the defensive backs played out of their mind. They played against some of the best receivers that we'll face, playing college football. So. Hats off to them. I think the D-line played great. I think we held them to 90 rushing yards. That's huge for us. They've been averaging over 100 per game too. I think overall the defense showed again that we can hang in there with anyone. We can only control our side of the ball, but I think we showed today again that we can hang in.
What was the game plan against Henderson? I mean, he'd been averaging like 8 yards a pop. You guys, I don't think he had anything over that until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean we prepared him like we did for every other running back. That's the thing about the Big Ten is you play against good running backs, and so it's kind of the norm when you get set up against a guy like that. He's a great player. We just executed our schemes and did what we had to do, and we were able to stop it.
You guys have played some other good offenses that provide different tests. Like, what was kind of the unique things that you guys were looking to get accomplished today to be able to slow them down?
Yeah, I mean, we first got to knock out the run game, and we got to stop their receivers too. I mean, they have multiple threats on the offense, so they got one of the best quarterbacks we'll see all year, if not the best quarterback in the country. There's a lot of aspects to their offense that you got to stop, and I think each position group did a good job with their job of stopping that aspect of offense. But that's what makes those teams good is that they got so many weapons on their offensive side of the ball. You gotta really execute your scheme and get after the ball.
Is there something about your defense? I mean, you mentioned in the Big Ten you're going to go against good running backs, but I mean you guys have done really well against Walker, Michigan State today too. I mean, what is it, I guess, about your defense that you think has allowed you to basically kind of limit guys where other defenses haven't been able to do that?
I think it just shows the type of guys we are. I think we got the talent and we got the guys who are going to work their butts off to do what they got to do. It's kind of been a normal thing. We know how good we are. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of we're just going out there and doing what we're doing. I can't speak for other defenses, but I can speak for ours. Whenever we get matched up with a guy like that, we take that challenge, we run with it. That's what we want. You know what I mean? And the more we stop a good offense like that, the more and more excited we get, the more we feed off of it. But I think that just testifies. That just shows what the type of guys we have. We don't stop working, and it shows in practice too. I can only speak for the defense. I'm not on the offensive side of the ball, but for defensively in practice, guys are going flying around, playing as hard as they can every play. It comes on to games.
After another tough loss, you start to have a lot of outside noise around the program. How do you guys continue to block that out and still hit this bye week and then go into those final 2 weeks?
You just got to mute it. We play for each other. We don't really play for any outside noise or anyone else like that. There could be a lot of people out there saying stuff who don't know a thing about football. So if someone were to get that in their head or if someone were to make a comment and it frustrates you, they might not even know a thing about football. So we just got to keep playing for each other, playing for the state of Nebraska and on our chest, which we are going to. You know, after the game, you know, the same thing. You know, we're not done yet. We still have 2 more games against some great opponents, and we're excited to, you know, get to them.
Probably been asked this, but given how good Ohio State is on offense, is there something I mean, you guys probably maxed out today defensively. Did you feel that way, that like you did about everything you could do?
Yeah, I mean, I think we could have, you know, if the game went another quarter, I think we could have done it even more than what we did. You know, Ohio State's a great offense. I think I said earlier, I think we did a good job again showing that our defense can hang in there with anyone in the country. You know, everyone executed what they had at their jobs. I said earlier, defensive backs were playing their butts off. It was great to watch them play. They were lined up against some of the best receivers in the country. You know, we held them to 90 rushing yards. That's huge. Anytime you go against a team like that.